Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com, and welcome to today's recap on Look Ahead. Going to go quick. All right, we came in today. I had a little short on the brain. I know a lot of people in the VTF were thinking we might be going lower, breaking, yesterday's lows and breaking the 21-day. And, I think early on, not a bad thought. Why not? A little faulty action, lots of misdirection. Still, not out of the woods, but at that particular point, I said, we have two pivots. We have 203.91 in the spiders, and basically that's like 2039 in the SPX, and then 2033. Let's see how we handle that. First thing off the bat, market tried to push below that 204, 203.91 went down 20 cents, and then all of a sudden came back up, and then the news about the freeze, and boom, pivot reclaimed. First move was hard. That was the first move to get out of shorts, and then once we, stayed above 205 in the spiders, you could have built a bit of portfolio with longs, hoping to get a little follow through, or at least not fall apart. So let's just go to the spiders. Spiders, this was the basic pivot right here. Everyone wants to know what's a red dog reversal. Where a red dog reversal is when you go below a prior range, which was right here. We could have went below this 203.91, and we could have hit this, and we could have hit this in the future. We might still, but at this point, we reversed back up. Sellers couldn't keep it below. Closed okay. It looks as if this has turned into a faulty instead of a faulty up. It could be it could be a bull flag. We'll see. At this point, closed pretty well, and other things closed well alongside it. Talked about the Qs. Posted the chart. Said 108.60 is the spot. It traded below 108.60. Some people might have even made some money short it there. Went down to 108.02. Reclaimed it. Closed at 109.47. Almost $1 over that spot. So does it mean we're going to go off to the races? No. Does it mean that today the bulls have a little control back? Yes. So we'll see if that continues. The 21-day, hasn't been broken yet. 8-day, they're playing around with. XLE, real strong day. Broke back up. Remember this support that everyone was talking about as a head and shoulders top pattern? Well, it basically held, turned up. Then you had this gap up here, which we talk about new moves being born with a gap up that doesn't get filled. Well, it never got filled in POW. Now we're right back at these old highs, and I guess we'll see what the oil number is at 10:30 and tomorrow. But ultimately, back above the 8 and 21 day. Played with it a little bit, gave people perhaps a little bit of a headache. But again, you had no headache if you sold it when it broke the 8 day right here. You could have been testing it as it tried to reclaim it. So that's why we use the 8 and 21 day and the 50 day. Let's just get into other things. Gold. I'm still in gold from Friday. Still looks good. Holding the gap. I don't know if it's going to start getting erratic again, but all in all, I have less than I had in here, but trying to stay with it. So really, everyone on the VTF is like, why do you have so many positions? That's like a contrarian indicator. By the way, I'm not giddy. I'm definitely, I'm in these things because of reasons, but, I definitely, we gapped up 3 days in a row. We probably, would be, I wouldn't be, what's the word? I wouldn't be surprised if we were down a little bit tomorrow. Just let's hope we're not down, and then they just, do a down, trend down day all day, and then misdirectional, and then make everyone, break monitors, which I might do. But that's why I have a little bit of a hedge on the spider. So anyway, let's just roll through my positions since you guys want to hear. Okay, Apple. Apple, big move from here. Held again here. Nice bull flag here to continue, and basically held going sideways. Apple is not extended. It's a potential break above the 200-day. Maybe it does. So if you're going to be buying it, if it breaks above the 200-day with power, you might as well be in some now. So I'm in some Apple. I would be adding to this probably above 110.60 perhaps if it doesn't open up above it, and it could make new weekly highs. Nice, digestion. It's not like you're buying it here after a big 2-day move or into a 2-day. Like this is still hasn't proven it's going to go, but the 8 days starting to curl up and makes a little sense. Facebook showed some relative strength today. It's still somewhat broken for some reason. I think it's going to get to this like 111, 40-ish before the sellers come back in. So I'm in small there. It held the prior pivot. It was a nice little day trade for us. So I have a little bit on as a trailer. It's still below this trend line and still below here, but there could be a little bit left, almost like this Q trade we saw there. So this one, with the developer conference and all the things that they said they were going to launch, perhaps maybe someone upgrades it. We shall see. Netflix. The stock's been in this range for quite some time. Big engulfing day. Did a red dog reversal around this, trapped some shorts, held the 21-day, came above this area. You would think you can get more follow through. You know, we've seen this type of day, you know, this move before in Netflix where you don't get much, but I'm just telling you, you know, if you don't take a stock long after it does this, I would have liked a little bit more volume. You're never going to take a stock long. Okay, it happened kind of here, and then you had another move, so that's why I'm in Netflix. I'm not like buying Netflix after, you know, 1, 2 on the third up day or whatever. I'm buying it after going sideways, digesting, letting the moving averages catch up, and closing above a prior range. So Netflix looks good. Amazon, I got stopped out of yesterday. Still in this range. Went back in it. You know, holding above the 8-day. Very, very tight. It seems as if it should go again. You know, last time you had a nice move in Amazon was the red dog reversal here. Went almost, you know, 50 points, and now it's been in this tight range with the moving averages curling up. You would think that it can go a little bit more heading into earnings. So, you know, I'm in Amazon. I'm not buying it after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up days, or, you know, I'm buying it in a base that looks as if it can go out of it. So we'll see. What else does Red Dog have on? Oh, this SWN. A lot of these, you know, these gas stocks were up pretty big. It started to extend. You know, 200 days here, had a lot of volume. You know, it's kind of trading with CHK, which is already, you know, almost at the 200-day. So if some of these had some big volume, you know, if I knew how to put volume on this thing here, I would put it on and show you. But that's why I'm in SWN. You know, unfortunately, they ran like JP Morgan kind of ahead of the numbers tomorrow, so it's not priced for a horrendous quarter, but it's still, the bar is lowered. We'll see what happens. This pivot held, it's coming back. We'll see if it gets in here. I would not be long the banks into the news, because at least if the banks go lower and our other stocks that were in go lower, maybe you could, you know, buy it to go green and they could ignore the banks. Baba, I'm also in. Haven't been in Baba in a while. To me, it looks as if it just digested a really nice, you know, move that started with this gap up here. Seems like you have a nice bull flag. You know, anytime it looks really good, like remember when it looked here, it failed. It, you know, sometimes fails when it looks good, but again, I can't trade like it's going to fail because it looks good. So here I'm in small, and if it's addable tomorrow, I'll add to it. So, you know, there's lots of different things that I'm in because of patterns, you know, patterns that I've seen before and patterns that I think have a high probability of working out. Just like in blackjack, you get an 11 versus 6, okay? Good book says, you know, you double down. Unfortunately, if you get a 5, and that makes 16, and then he turns over and he doesn't have a face card underneath and he's got a 4, and then he pulls a 10 and pulls a 20, it's a broken hand and you lose. So we'll see. If all of a sudden the market's down 8 handles tomorrow and goes down 20, probably not going to be a great day. If we open up 7, 8 handles, okay, cool. Trim and trail, sell some, see if the gap holds, add. If we open down 3 or 4 handles, okay, you know, perhaps, you know, hold what you have. Things go green, you add. They go above today's high, you add more. Get into strength, and then you had more than you had overnight. And it's even a better trade. It's just not immediate gratification. So we shall see. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.